Each and every Monday is $9 Monday at both WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com. Daily picks packages are priced at only $9, including 5% best price package early for overnight Tuesday, or action will always bucks night on Monday. So make sure to take advantage of getting these $5 and $35 picks for only $9. The clock strikes regular price.
Well, for Monday 9th, I am Drew Martin by .com. We're breaking down 3 games on the slate. We got best bets at the end. We're talking the Twins, the Yankees, and the Dodgers and the Marlins. Starting off here in Minnesota. Coming to you first, we're seeing the Boston Red Sox on the 4 favorite here. 8.5 being the total. What do you like inside, Jimmy?
Yeah, I think this spot at a nice start there. 2 runs, 5 Ks versus the Blue Jays. So this is one of those situations where I don't want to read too much into his season-long stats. He's one of the top prospects in the Red Sox organization, and he's got really good stuff. He's still kind of learning how to work around hitters, but he's only going to improve and get better. So I want to kind of throw out the ERA. I think back solid starts. Bundy's in solid form. I mean, he's had a hell of a month, but he doesn't have number against 3.6 ERA, 21 appearances. The Red Sox. So, on the tough to current price, I'll take a shot with Minnesota. So Red Sox for me.
They've won there, but coming to you, Hello, yeah. Bayo, not how we pronounce it here. That's the home thing here, Tony.
Yeah, I like the fact I can't pronounce that. I think that's very important to me. I don't care about as long as you know who they are and what they can do, what they can't do. Yeah, listen. How about this? If you in him, because I like. Are they going to be good? Are they going to hit to your instead? A little made that made them appear to be a fire for the postseason, appearing to be. Scenes they can't. Same. It was kind of a desperate. Drew suffering some injuries with many, not just some, but many other starters. It was a time this year, so I don't know what do you do? Had another accident, and he's out for the rest of the season. Never did anything. Maybe once, very briefly, but long story short, he was his first in the second inning. Next start, it was a third and run second in his third or his fourth. Jimmy said some stuff. It was in the fourth inning last Wednesday, and the ball was in another one of those situations. 15-minute second. Springer led off with a single up the middle. Glad drew a walk, and Sox are leading 2-0, and Francie Cordero on a 2-run home run. But Bello worked his way out of that. That's what I've been waiting for. I still don't trust Bello on the road. I don't trust him against a lineup like the Twins, who very capable of putting crooked numbers up. But I agree with you in this. I like some runs tonight. I like Boston. In fact, I like Boston's schedule this week to score some runs. If I'm in this room, I'm probably playing over, and I'm probably playing Boston because for some reason I thought we were going to have Archer tonight, but it's Bundy, and I'll be honest with you. In probably in the last half decade, I've probably been on Bundy for every 5 times I've played against him. So give me the Red Sox in the over.
All right, Tony. Starting it off with what names don't equal winners, right, Tony? As long as you know what they're doing, that's I've learned that. Absolutely, guys. As we move down the list, Yankees, Angels next. You versus Torres going the left has actually been pretty good. One that is laying near $2 with Frankie Montes that really hasn't been that good since coming over to the Yankees. And the Angels, I think they're kind of riding a little bit under the radar, sweeping the Blue Jays. They got Trout back in the lineup. Trout, Ohtani in the middle of that lineup. It's the Halos for me. How are you reading this in Southern California?
There's a lot of things to read into this. For me, first off, I don't want to say I'm biased, Drew, but I played a season team total for under with the Angels. As soon as Trout got injured and he was out for a while, and they went into that prolonged slump after really playing pretty well early on, right? They played their way out of postseason contention. Madden goes away. A little bit of chaos, a little bit of confusion there in the end. Nothing unusual, really, for this Angels organization with their owner. I'm always afraid that Ohtani's going to have a hangnail and they're going to pull him because they're terrified they're going to hurt him, and they're not sure whether they're going to trade him or get a big deal for him, or they certainly don't want to injure him because they overpitched him. Trout's always injured, and this team always disappoints. So I'm under. Montas hasn't been very good, though. You're right. He tossed a decent. He had a nice start in his last one. I think 2 runs, 5.2 against a good hitting Mets team. It's hard. It's hard to back Montas the way he's pitched for the Yankees. It's hard to back the Yankees the way they're hitting the ball or not hitting the ball. And it's difficult for me also to back this Angels team that strikes out, more than anyone in baseball, other than the Braves and Tampa, and there's a couple teams, but they strike out an awful lot. I would be on the Yankees here, buddy. And Montas, thinking he's going to have a third decent start. He's got to have a better start than he's had, and the Yankees need it right now.
Okay, so looking towards the Yankees here on this road trip, Jimmy, you got to be kind of the final decision maker here on which way the show is going. What are you seeing it tonight in Southern California?
Unfortunately, Drew, I'm going to be siding with Tony on this one. I'm going to make the case for the Yankees, and here's why. So the Angels dominate the Blue Jays over the weekend, and I'm just not buying it. The winning streak's obviously not sustainable. They've still lost 6 of 9, 9 of 13. And New York off a couple rough games offensively. I understand that. With Oakland, they've still won 5 of 7. Frankie Montas needs to step it up. Has not been good since the trade. And this is a really good spot for him to do it. Montas has phenomenal numbers against the Angels. An ERA of 2.30 in 70 and a third innings versus LA. Great career numbers, a perfect opportunity for him to get back on track. Conversely, Jose Suarez, a 6.23 ERA versus the Yankees. So, and the Angels 1-11 in the last 12 starts by Suarez versus a team with a winning record. So I think New York gets the bats going tonight. The price is too high to play on the money line, so I would recommend to play New York run line tonight.
All right. Unfortunately, Jimmy and Tony lining up on the Yankees. It looks like I'm solo on the Halos. Decide for yourself out there, watchers. But no, good stuff anyway, guys. We got one game left. Best bets at the end. Feel free to chime in here on the chat box. Also, if you're watching on replay, feel free to drop a line below. Any questions, more than welcome, and we'll answer them this week on First Pitch, going 2 o'clock Eastern, Monday through Friday. So, Jimmy, coming back to you first here for the last game on the card. We get the Dodgers and the Marlins. We're seeing Grove as the pitcher. I don't know much about him, Jimmy, but Pablo Lopez on the hill for the Fish. He's been good, but also not as good at times this season. 7.5 being the total. Big favorites again, Dodgers near -$2 as low as minus 170 at the Westgate in Las Vegas, and as high as minus 215 at the Wynn. So some opinion in the marketplace here, but Dodgers heavy favorites tonight.
Yeah, right off the top, I must have made an error because I thought Gonsolin was going. I swear I thought Gonsolin.
No, he was.
I saw Gonsolin on the
Yeah, he
board.
was.
Okay, so they made a pitching change. All right. Well,
Yeah.
regardless, the over is the play for me tonight, either way. And this just confirms it. It was over 7 this morning when I looked. I don't know if that's changed since. But look, the Dodgers have an 8-1 win yesterday over Miami, a 2-1 loss the night before. But then let's look at their previous 3 games: 10 runs, 12 runs, 10 runs. They've scored 41 runs in their last 5 games. LA can easily get over this total by themselves. I was going to talk about Tony Gonsolin and how the numbers indicate that he's supposed to regress. But, hey, if we've got this guy on the mound, it's just going to make my case even better for an over. Pablo Lopez has actually pitched worse at home than he has on the road. Kind of a weird home-road split for Lopez. He's got a 3.08 ERA on the road and a 4.36 ERA at home. He gave up 6 earned runs 2 starts back, so he's far from unhittable. And we know what the Dodgers do to these pitchers. They just come at you. They put up crooked numbers almost every night. Mookie Betts remains on fire. The over's 4-0 in the last 4 games, with the total set at 7 to 8.5. And when it was 7 this morning, we were obviously on the low end of that. So for me, the play's Dodgers over.
And we got people helping us out in the chat box, and it sounds like maybe the audio was bad in the beginning of the show. But with Jessica chiming in, she had a big bet on the Dodgers. What the heck? Gonsolin on the IL, according to Dylan here. So, Tony, I'll throw it over to you. How does that matter? The pitching looks like, to Jimmy's point, we are getting a tick up here with the total from 7 to 7.5 with that Dodgers change. But what are you thinking Dodgers and Fish tonight, Tony?
Well, it does affect me, since I had a big play on Gonsolin and the Dodgers tonight. So I actually had a 5%er on the board. I'm going to have to change everything now. It's basically, I didn't know that there was a change at all. I'm checking right now. I'm kind of glancing as I'm talking to you, multitasking at what he's on the IL for. Is this a true IL, or is this just a team with a 16, 17, 20 game lead in their division, putting a pitcher that they feel like maybe he needs some rest? 16-1. Is it 16-1, guys? 16-1. The only loss Gonsolin has is, I think it was to the Mets. He came out of that All-Star game. It was the first start out of the All-Star game. I think it's not only his only loss, maybe only 1 or 2 times he's had given up more than 3 earned runs. So that said, I don't know enough about Grove that I can just spit it out now. I do know that, listen, Lopez, he's the key in this whole game tonight. And it may not, it's changed a little bit. I mean, the Dodgers come down to $170 instead of being, 200, 225, whatever the case was when they pulled Gonsolin out, put him on the IL. But what's happened here is, if you look at Lopez, he's been up and down like a yo-yo. He'll strike out 7, he'll strike out 8. The next time he's striking out 2 against a team that strikes out as much as the Angels and the Braves do. And so I've been following him. His velo is really fluctuated 2 miles an hour, as much as 2 miles an hour from start to start. He's not healthy. Those kind of things don't happen to a guy that's been as consistent and as good as Lopez has been. And the curious part is, why are they pitching him? They certainly don't have to. The Marlins don't want to hurt Lopez. I mean, he's on the brink of really breaking through. I mean, he's that good. He's got that good of stuff. So I'm not sure what to make of this. I know this much, and that is, I really like the Dodgers and Gonsolin because of the Lopez situation. And the Dodgers, they just, like you just said, they just line them up. They line them up. They wear pitchers out. They can take you deep into account. They would probably get to Lopez. They'd probably make him throw, see what he's got. But you got a pitcher-friendly umpire too tonight, which really was going to help Gonsolin. I thought a bunch. It wasn't going to help Lopez, not if he's hurt. And that said, this is kind of that wraparound game, guys. It's a wraparound. It's a 4th game in a 3-game weekend, really, where they start on a Friday and they pitch Monday. The umpires, the players hate this kind of wraparound. The umpires have been there all weekend. The players have to go somewhere that's kind of odd off their schedule. It's out of routine, and I expect a big strike zone from DJ. So that said, it's opposite and contrary to what Jimmy has, which is an over. But I can't argue with that. If Lopez is hurt and Grove, I had to look at his peripherals, but 7's a pretty low number. 7.5 now would still be a low number unless awful good.
Good stuff, Tony. The breakdown, the kind of different angles to this bet, everything going on, the wraparound game, possible bigger strike zone. Watch out here in South Florida with the pitching change, guys. 7.5 the total now. Dodgers minus 170 as the favorite. So we got best bets coming up. We got Jimmy Adams with us. Jimmy, of course, 76%. 5% play. When he puts up a 5%, you want to pay attention there. Preseason, he did a great job as well. And overall, last 179 plays, he's up 70% return on investment. So, Jimmy, I'll throw it over to you. Final thoughts for the show. Keep in mind, guys, it's $9 Monday. And what do you got for best bets?
Yeah, thanks as always, Drew. We did hit a 5%er over the weekend, but full transparency, it wasn't our best weekend. So we're going to take today off. We're going to regroup, and we're going to come back strong tomorrow and get ready for hopefully a really good week. For today's best bet, it's going to be that Dodgers over, whether it's Grove or Gonsolin. I'm not really all that concerned. We know what this Dodgers lineup does. I mentioned 41 runs in their last 5 games. They're going to be able to get to Lopez, who throws worse at home. And we're not really concerned too much with the Marlins offense anyway. If they can put up a couple runs, great, and we'll let LA do the rest. Give me the Dodgers over for today's best bet.
All right, guys, I'm following that up with the Angels plus 1.5, minus 108 on that. So I'm going to sprinkle some on the money line, plus 165, as I do think the home dog is barking. But really, guys, asking the Yankees, who are 9-16 the month of August, to like near $2 on the road with Frankie Montes, who's given up 16 earned runs in his 4 starts already with the Yankees, not going deep into games. Chapman, of course, one of their better bullpen arms. He's doubtful with an infection from getting a tattoo. I don't know, all kinds of question marks here on the Yankees. And the Angels getting healthier. They got Trout and Ohtani in the middle of the lineup. I think the market's kind of off here pricing this one. And I'm jumping on the Angels plus the run line, and sprinkling some on the money line. So that's my best bet on the Halos at home. We got Tony Finn here, Tijuana Tony by some. I know Paco Healy's in the chat box asking some questions as well. Shout out to you, Paco. But Tony, I'll throw it over to you. Final thoughts for the show. What do you got for best bets, man?
We're gonna go down to Lone Depot. Marlins, Dodgers. The pitching change won't affect this play because it's a player prop. It's a hitting prop. It's a batting prop. It's not a pitching prop. But Freddie Freeman total. I was going to play total bases, and I changed over to hits. The total base was a plus 110 over 1.5, and his hits was over 1.5, but almost a plus 200, plus 195 at DraftKings. But this is the deal. Freeman has had 2 or more hits in 4 of the last 5 games, 6 of his last 8, and 49 of the 126 games he's played in this season. He's seen Lopez obviously playing with Atlanta his whole career, except for this year when he moves over to LA and the West Coast and is in a different division. But he's seen Lopez quite a few times. In fact, almost 30 at bats. 9 hits, 4 of them for extra bases. He's only struck out 3 times and I think 4 times in 30 at bats against Lopez, which is of any player in the league right now that has at least 30 at bats against Lopez. He's struck out less than any of them. He sees Lopez pretty well. He knows who he's going to get. He knows Marlins Park. He's played there plenty of times. Over 1.5 hits for Freeman tonight pays you almost 2-1. Give that to me.
All right, Freddie Freeman prop there from Tony Finn. Guys, check him out, WagerTalk.com. $9 Monday, all plays discounted to just $9, even 5% plays, maybe not even going today. Those are discounted as well as today's plays. So check out Jimmy and Tony as myself, Drew Martin. So we got, in recap here of the best bets, Angels plus the run line for myself. We got Jimmy Adams, Dodgers, Marlins, over 7 in the hook. And Tony Finn, Freddie Freeman, you just heard it there, over 1.5 hits. Huge plus price. Risk 100 to win 195. For Tony Finn, Jimmy Adams, I am Drew Martin. Thanks for tuning in. Huge shout out to the chat box, like always. And feel free to reply below, guys. And we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Please smash the like button. Best of luck with your bets. We'll talk tomorrow.
Each and every Monday is $9 Monday at both WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com, when all daily picks packages are priced at only $9, including 5% best bets, normally priced at $35. As an added bonus, any picks packages loaded early for overnight Tuesday or action during the week will also be priced at $9 until midnight on Monday. So make sure to take advantage of getting these $25 and $35 picks for only $9 before the clock strikes 12 and they return to regular price.